Alright, well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's currently time an hour, but I just saw some cars coming in, so it's not going to be time an hour very soon. But yeah, surprisingly, today is it's very quiet. Well, right now it is. I'm sure people will start coming in soon. Hmm. Yeah, F1 race is on again, as yeah. So I guess I'll be just watching this and doing some basic walking while I watch it. What did we do yesterday? Yesterday we did a lot of Helldivers too. It's actually pretty decent. And yesterday the Ramadan Mad costume was actually kind of boring-ish. Kinda. I mean, we did like a lot, but we've kind of hit past the end game now. Because I'm no idea. And alright. No, sorry. Okay, well, it's actually really cold and it's still diamond hour. No one's no one's arrived yet. But yeah, it's like really cold. So yeah, yesterday we basically just did Realm of the Mad God and Helldivers 2. I'm enjoying Helldivers 2 a lot, so it's not bad. So a lot of chaos. I don't think we're gonna finish the race by the time we're done with this. Yeah, it's still really cold. Should probably figure out how to. I got a stick to turn off the fan in front of me. I don't understand why this fan is even blowing. It's not even like hot. It's literally freezing. Why are you blowing? Fuck, even. Stop. Okay, we're gonna stretch and just do chest and yeah. I didn't even finish the treadmill. I did like 16 minutes, but I don't know, I'm just freezing and I have no excuse except just because I can. Well, no, never mind. Maybe we really should be coming here 10 minutes earlier because I could start cardio now and it's pretty much time in that one. Except for some reason the gym's just really, really cold. Like it's not even, why is it so cold? It's just like freezing. Why is it freezing? It, the gym's just super cold. Yeah, the gym's still really, really cold. Um, I don't know. Like this place is actually so fucking cold. I don't understand. It's like yesterday the heaters were like normal. Today is like really, really cold. The right shoulder's scuffed. What? That does not feel good at all. Must have been because yesterday I slept in a bike. Yesterday I blacked out and I slept really weird. Like I like slept like a cat and I was like basically laying on my right side curled up. It was really weird yesterday. I literally slept like a cat. Like literally like took up like it was really weird. That's how knocked out I was. I just laid on the bed, but not even on the bed, like on the edge, and then slept on my side, on my right side. Okay. If the shoulder thing still hurt, still, if the shoulder thing still affects it right now, I'm just gonna have to call it for the day because as you know, any kind of subtle feel to any kind of like muscle is not worth pushing. You're just better off just taking the whole thing off instead. So if my shoulder's really like that, we'll just give it another day to recover instead of really pushing it. You know, that's just how it is. That's definitely from sleeping yesterday. Weird. I took like a really weird like 20, 30 minute nap on the bed, and I was like a cat. Like straight up was like curl, like it was really weird. And definitely was not good for my shoulder. You know, the shoulders. Gee, okay, well, I guess we'll just finish watching the F1 race and then that's kind of it for now. I'll give that shoulder a subtle day off because, yeah, basically, you know how when cats sleep on their side? That's basically what happened. But yeah, we can't really do shoulders right now. I mean, no, can't really do chest right now. Might as well just finish the treadmill. Right, so is there anything else to know about it? Yeah, so basically what happened yesterday was during like the morning, I was basically almost blacked out. So I sat on the bed, but then I laid like curled up like a cat and then on my right. And it was just really weird. And it felt like 3 hours of sleep, but it was only like 30 minutes. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, Raven Mad God. I think we are slowly like calmed down on Raven Mad God now because we have successfully beat the skill gap and now can pretty much do a lot of things. So Helldivers is kind of the only challenge right now. I mean, in Realm of Mad God, there's still a few super hard dungeons, but you can't really solo them. Alright, Asian. I'll see you guys in the next, like, I'll just see you in this next segment or something. Alright, well, till next time, right?
All right. Whoa, welcome back. All right. Yep. Three disturbing true online dating horror stories. Let's see what's about. We'll see what's up. Story one.
I think most people out there have tried online dating in some way or another by this point. I remember my one and only time using an online dating app almost ended in a legitimate nightmare. Everyone that I knew was using Tinder. Many of my friends were using it for reasons other than dating, and they were having a lot of success. When I finally caved in and decided to give Tinder a chance, I was at an all-time low mentally. The first few days, I think I got a couple of matches, but the conversations went nowhere. Then I matched with Zoe. Before our conversation even went anywhere, I was already attracted to her just based on her pictures alone. We started messaging on the app, and then that evolved into just regular old text messaging. There was an immediate connection between us, or at least I thought there was. I think I was just excited to finally be getting attention from someone. After a lot of small talk, I finally asked her out for drinks. With almost no hesitation, she accepted my offer. That first date night was probably my best experience with Zoe. From there, things only went downhill. After I dropped her off at her house after drinks, she texted me right away. She told me how much fun she had and that she couldn't wait to see me again. At that moment, I felt exactly the same way. Over the next week or so, we started going on more dates and hanging out at my apartment. Things were moving fast, but that was okay with me if I'm being honest. I wasn't looking for my soulmate, I was just looking for some fun, which is something I thought we both established from the beginning. But I think there may have been a miscommunication somewhere. The first time I told her that I couldn't hang out because I already had plans, she lost her mind. I'm not just being an insensitive jerk. She literally drove over to my apartment as I was getting ready to leave and forcibly put herself between the doorway and me. I ended up missing my plans with my friends because I spent way too much time consoling this woman. She stayed over at my apartment that night, and a few hours later, she was talking sweetly to me and acting cute. It was like she was a different person a few hours prior. I remember that night, she kept telling me how cute our babies would be, and how she couldn't wait to start a family with me. Obviously now I realize that's a glaring red flag, but
What's wrong with that? Wait, is this deja vu or something? I swear I've listened to this story before. 4 days ago. Well, what's wrong with that?
At the time, I was an ignorant and lonely man, and I didn't understand how big of an issue that could be. That isn't a conversation you have with your partner after only hanging out for a week and a half. After that crazy night, I started to wait long periods of time in between text messages before
What a bum. What a bum. Doesn't even like communicate properly with what he wants.
I would answer her. While she would wait for a response, she would send dozens of messages before I would even respond to one message. It was getting out of hand. A few nights later, I had to cancel plans with her because I got stuck at work. Just like when she lost her temper about me hanging out with my friends, she lost her temper again. Since I was at work, I couldn't really respond how I wanted to, so I admit, my answers were a little vague. Almost 2 hours after I canceled our plans, she showed up outside my work. Thankfully, I work at a laboratory and the door stays locked at all times. This didn't stop her from trying. She was pounding on the door, trying to get it to open. Finally, I went down there before some of my colleagues called the police. As soon as I walked out, she started to hit my chest. She was furious and shouting. I apologized for some reason, and then she started to cry. I remember feeling bad for her. I explained why she couldn't just show up here. I also tried to end things with her, and then the anger turned to sadness. It was horrible, and I had no idea what to do. She was upset with herself and begging me to give her one more chance. I agreed, but the condition was that we take things a little slower from now on. She agreed and told me she wouldn't text me for the rest of the night until I texted her, and was not pleased when I had 33 missed text messages from her. I shook my head and went back to work, trying to figure out how to get myself out of this.
That's why you gotta make things more clear. Like, are you there to play or there to like make a family? Because like, you know, what's the context and stuff?
That night, I got out of work late and went straight home. When I got to my bedroom that night, I noticed that 2 of my dresser drawers were just slightly ajar. That may not seem weird for some people, but I'm so freakishly OCD about drawers and cabinets being closed that I'll check to make sure every drawer in the house is shut before I leave for work, even though my door was locked when I got home. And I know that nobody has a key to my apartment. It felt like somebody had been there. My mind went right to Zoe. I texted her and asked her what she did for the rest of that night. She sent me a picture of her and her parents from earlier that evening and said that they played cards. I tried to believe her, but my gut was telling me otherwise. All night long, I felt horrible. I kept hearing things in the apartment that made me think someone was in there. I kept telling myself that it was my imagination. I ended up getting up and shutting the bedroom door. For some reason, just doing that made me feel safer, even though I could still hear weird sounds from outside the bedroom. I did my best to ignore them. Even my cat, who was sitting on the edge of my bed, kept looking at the door like he was suspicious as well. It was a rough night. That next morning when I woke up, I felt sick. I don't know if it was a coincidence or if all the stress from the Zoe stuff just worked me up enough to make me sick. I was off from work and I decided to just stay home all day and watch movies on the couch. I was texting Zoe throughout the day. She was surprisingly calm about me canceling plans with her because I was sick. I thought to myself that maybe our last conversation got through to her somehow. That was probably the best day I had talking to her since our first date. I actually enjoyed texting her. We literally texted all day. That night at about 8 p.m., I was on my couch watching a movie, and I started to get cold. I went into the bedroom to get a sweatshirt. When I got into the bedroom, I turned on the light. Just reliving this moment is giving me the chills. In the corner of the room is a full-length mirror. When I turned on the light, I saw a person hiding under my bed in the reflection at the bottom of the mirror. Not just any person. It was Zoe. I could see her bright blonde hair. Her face was looking in the opposite direction, but I could see part of it in the reflection. She was just calmly lying there. Instead of freaking out and giving her any indication I saw her, I decided to grab a sweatshirt that was thankfully on the back of the door, and I turned off the light and left the room. I got back into the living room and made sure the movie I was watching was playing loud enough to be heard from the bedroom. Then, as quietly as I could, I left the apartment and delicately shut the door so it wouldn't make a noise. While I was doing this, I continued texting Zoe. Instead of leaving the building, I went into the laundry room and called the police. I told them that a woman I had been seeing was hiding under my bed. Within a few minutes, the police showed up and apprehended Zoe. She was still hiding under the bed. The most horrific part was that she had a huge knife on her, not just like a pocket knife. When the cops asked her if she intended to use that on me, she responded with, "I don't think so, maybe." I showed the police all my text messages just to prove to them that I wasn't lying about anything. I did feel bad for Zoe in a way. Unfortunately, something wasn't clicking in her brain. From what I understand, after this night, Zoe did indeed get the help she needed. Or at least that's what I was told. I never saw her again. Not long after this incident, I moved far away from that town. Once in a while, I'll get a text message from a random number that just says, "Hi." I know that isn't much to go on, but I just know deep down that's Zoe. I understand not every experience with Tinder is like this, but my one experience is enough to be retired for good.
Bro, just make it more clear on what your intentions are. If you're there to play, then just say you're gonna play. I mean, she wants kids, and you're not. What am I don't even know. What is the story? The story is so lame. It's like, it's just no. What is it? It's kind of like obsession, right? But you kind of need to make your intentions clear before you like do stuff like that. Their intention is they want kids, and your intention's being cold and yeah. Again, it just depends on like your intentions, right? Like, well, why are you out to get in the first place? That's so boring, man. I'm done, man. It's so boring. I don't even listen to stories anymore. It's so like, why you give me, okay, whatever. Alright, Legend, man, I appreciate it, right? Yo, it's so boring, man. Listening to stories now is just so, it's like so dumb. It's like, there's nothing to learn except just, well, you need to do your intentions first. And that story about dating and stuff, it's like, bro, it's just, what's your intentions first, etc., etc. It's like that movie Obsession we just watched. It's like, oh, there's nothing wrong with it. Just depends on the person. You know? If you call her hiding under your bed, just be like, "Zoe, what you doing down there? Come out here." And then like, make another kid or something. Whatever. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate it. That was so boring. Whatever. Bye-bye.